Hey guys, it's Brittany from Drops of Jupiter Astrology. Thank you so much for hanging out. So, here we are in the month of Leo. Hot, fiery Leo. And I did my hair nice for this video, and I put on a nice shirt and, did my makeup and made sure I look good for Leo because that's what a Leo would do. So Leo is July 23rd to August 22nd, and it's midsummer. We've got that fixed Leo sign right in the middle of the summer because they are the ones that build foundations, set goals, get stuff done. That's what those fixed signs do. And they learn from real life experience. There ain't no telling them, don't do that, I did it, it's not going to work out well, because they're not going to listen to you. So before I really get into Leo, always remember, guys, you can always leave comments. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel, and you can check me out on facebook.com/drops of Jupiter Astrology. Like my page, send me a message. Please reach out if you have any questions regarding astrology. I'm always here to answer questions, offer enlightenment, and learn from you too. So, it's always about exchanging that knowledge, right? And growing and learning. So if I can help you, or you can help me, I am so open to it. So please feel free. So now we are in Leo, right? Leo is the lion in the zodiac, the fifth sign. So Leo is ruled by the sun, okay? And the parts of the body that Leo rules is the heart, the upper back, and the spine. And let's say somebody had the Neptune in the fifth house, the illusion that you might have pertaining to Neptune in the fifth house, it's generally pertaining to the heart, that there's some kind of love relationship that you're not being truthful to yourself about. So you can see how it rules the physical heart. And many Leos get heart palpitations and physical heart ailments and issues, and the upper back is hurt easily. The spine is very degenerative to begin with, but for Leos it definitely is. So physically, but also emotionally, you could see that depending on what's in your fifth house and how much Leo you have in your chart, matters of the heart can also come into play. Let's see. So positive attributes of a Leo. They are so kind. They are so generous. They are so loyal, like the lion, They are protective. They will protect the ones that they love to the death. They love you, they've got your back. They are incredibly, brutally honest. They will just come out and tell you, girl, that dress, they're not gonna sugarcoat things. They're not so good at worrying about other people's feelings when it comes to the truth. They will just say it because, to be honest, Leo energy really does feed also on drama. I said it. Leos, reality TV became a thing because there are a ton of Leos out there that were like, did you see what, Vicky did on, Housewives, or what this one did, or Tamara, or whatever their names are, or the Kardashian girls, or, the Leos love that drama. And so they sometimes can be brutally honest because underneath the radar, they really kind of like to see a reaction and they eat it up. They are very entertaining people, and they're very good entertainers. I mean, if you think about it, like Madonna, what's their name? Jennifer Lopez. These people, A-Rod, I think is too. They're Leos. They are captivating, and they're successful, and they're really, 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 really entertaining. Some negative attributes of a Leo would be they can be slightly arrogant, they can be bossy, they can be very sloppy. It is not unlike a Leo to have a huge, giant pile next to the closet of all their clothes. And nothing is, where it needs to be. That is not unlike a Leo. They can be a little bit sloppy. They can be wasteful. They are not somebody that's good at rationing, so to speak. If they're hungry, they're going to take way more than they actually need, and then they're just going to discard of what they didn't eat. My son's dad is a Leo, and he is very much like this, and he has a lot of Leo in his chart. He doesn't understand, like, why can't I have like a whole hunk of chicken? Like, why are you only giving me a few pieces? Because you can go back and get more. I don't like to be rationed, There's definitely, a bit of that going on with him. So, you can definitely see that they can be a tad bit wasteful. And again, I really, 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 really want to stress that when I'm talking about this, I don't want Leos to sit back and go, I'm not wasteful. I care about the planet, and I recycle daily, and I care, and my closet is organized so perfectly, and I don't know what she's talking about. This is strictly if you literally just had Leo in your chart. You didn't have the entire zodiac wheel with first through 12th house and all the energies in your chart and the planets placed in specific houses, making that energy stronger, then whatever what I'm telling you about Leo would be you. But because you may be a Leo sun, but your moon is in Scorpio, and your rising sign is Virgo, and you've got Mercury in Virgo too, and then you've also got Venus in Capricorn. There are so many combinations of energy, and you're never just one sign. So I really do want to stress that when I say this, you may say that some of what I'm saying you feel, but some you don't. And so I'm not making a blanket statement that all Leos are this. But Leo energy, if you were to say I just have Leo energy in my chart, which nobody does, nobody's one sign, this would be you. Okay, so I don't want anybody getting offended. I have the itchiest nose. I think there's like a bit of allergies going on. I'm in Connecticut, and it's been like really rainy today and kind of chilly. It was cold. Not even kind of. It was cold today. For August, or almost August, it was cold. It was like 60 degrees, which is weird. And my son, he's been sneezing. I mean, it's crazy. I completely digress, and I apologize. Anyways, so back to Leo. So now, like I said, Leo's can be a little wasteful and sloppy. They can also be very jealous. Definitely a sign that's very jealous. If you have a Leo in your life and that is your love interest, and you are even talking to somebody of the opposite sex, they are going to freak out. It's like if you physically picture a lion in the jungle, like, get away from my woman, I'm going to rip your eyes out, you know what I mean? I mean that Leos, men and women, they're very protective of what's theirs, and they definitely can get very jealous. They can be aggressive. This is a sign that can definitely get really aggressive, especially when they get angry, especially if you have Mars in Leo along with your sun. You can get pretty aggressive. And you can be somebody that just doesn't give a darn about anyone else's feelings. If you get, PO'd, you're just going to be aggressive, and you have no problem showing that aggression and be a little bit cold-hearted. Our president actually has a Mars in Leo. So you can see, and this is not an opinion, there's my cat. This is not an opinion of mine. Personally, I'm just stating that, he definitely will go for the jugular, right? I mean, it's just kind of fact. He will go for the jugular if you cross him in the wrong way, or he feels like he's being attacked, he will attack back. That is a perfect example of someone with Mars in Leo. And so that is definitely where you can maybe see some aggression, a little bit of like a cold-hearted quality. I don't care that I'm calling Rosie O'Donnell fat and disgusting and ripping her apart. It's, you attack me, I attack you back, and it's fair game. So you can see how that's very much like the lion. So that's just one example. So some of Leo's favorite things, theater, being not only in front of the camera, which is a given, but they also like to be behind the camera because they're artistic, they're creative, because Leo also rules creativity. They're a very creative sign. They rule children. Leo is the sign of children. So if you have, a really strong fifth house, it probably indicates that you are going to, have, if you had Jupiter in your fifth house, it's probably going to mean that you have a lot of you're going to have a lot of children, and, you're going to have a lot of luck with children, or a career in children, or with children, I mean. And, because Jupiter is the sign of expansion. Wherever it is in your chart, it makes things bigger, it expands it. So, that would be an indication that you're probably going to have a lot of kids. So, Leo is a very playful, creative, loving, childlike sign. So that's, why it does rule children, and it's got this very, sweet, child-esque, quality. So Leo loves exchanging presents. They love giving presents, especially if you're a Leo rising. This takes the energy from, if you have Leo in your sun in Leo, generally they say, this is a very egotistical sign. This is a sign that is more self-centered and more, worried about their own ego being stroked, and their own ego, having a lot of people around them to make them feel good and give them feedback and, let them know how well they're doing. Whereas Leo rising is kind of a refined energy where it's checking in with others, making sure other people know how great they are, making sure other people know that they are loved, it's all about the other and advocating for the other and letting them know that, the people in their life that they love, they are there for and they are caring about. So, as you can see, these are two very, different ends of the spectrum, but it's all Leo. So, depending on, what you have in Leo, whether it's your rising, whether it's your sun, your moon, Mars, all these different aspects, all these different flavors, kind of change it around a little bit. So I'm really just giving you a broad, overview of, what this energy brings to the table. So Leo is just a really loyal, loving sign. They want a lot of feedback. There's one misconception about Leo, and that is, they always want to be the center of attention. They always want to be in the middle of everything. It's always, look at me, look at me, look at me. I'm a Leo, look at me, I'm great. Give me, feedback about how wonderful I am. Tell me how great I am, stroke my ego. That's generally the rap that Leo gets. And if you say, I'm a Leo, everybody automatically goes, oh, okay, so I get it. You're a Leo. You want me to tell you how great you are, blah, 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 blah. And it's a misconception because while there are, of course, some Leos that could be like that, what a lot of people don't realize is that many Leos want to be accepted, try so hard to fit in, try so hard to look good and look nice, and have people tell them that they look good. Because under the radar, Leo is very self-conscious. Leo is not so sure that he fits in. Leo is not so sure that he's doing it right. So he tries extra hard to make sure that he's putting his best foot forward, and he wants others to give feedback and let him know that he's doing well, so that he can feel more confident and more comfortable within his skin and within himself. Leos also do not always want to be the center of attention. They do not constantly always want to be, the life of the party or the center of everything. Actually, in actuality, Leos want to have one thing that they do really, really great, that they are the center of attention for, and then when they're done with that, they want to slip back and blend. So it's not really like an all day, look at me, look at me, look at me. Now, don't get me wrong. If people, while they were just doing whatever they were doing during the day, people were like, hey, you look great. How are you doing? Oh, you're wonderful. I love you. If they just got like little compliments throughout the day, they're going to eat that up. They love that. However, they don't need to be the center all day. If you think about it, look at, Madonna, for example. Madonna wants to be the center of attention at her concert. And she's the center of attention at her concert, and then she gets off the stage and she blends. She goes back to, being one of us. J-Lo acts on the movie screen or does her performing, and then she goes back to her life. So it's almost like an alter ego type thing. The idea is I get on the stage, lights, camera, action, look at me. Did I do the best I could do? I hope so. I hope you're going to tell me about it. And now that I'm done, I'm going to try to fit in the best as possible. Because let's face it, this is not Aquarius. This is not, I don't care if I don't fit in. I don't care if you think I'm strange. I don't care. Like, they care. They care what you think of them. They care that you think they did a good job. They care. Leos care. But whatever sun sign you are, underneath it all, there's the polarized sign, the opposite sign, that's kind of like under the radar. So even though they really care and it really matters to them, a small part of them kind of doesn't care. And it's the same way for an Aquarius. Aquarians are like, I don't care, it doesn't matter to me, and they're saying it to everybody. But when they go home, the part that they don't show to anybody, a small part of them is like, I kind of wish I fit in. But then they let it go, and then, when they're in public, they're like, I don't care. And Leo is like this as well. They really do care, but then when they go home at night, they're like, why do I care so much? I don't care. But then they get back in public and they get back in the spotlight and they go, I care. I definitely care. I definitely want to fit in. I definitely can't stand not fitting in. So, you have to realize that they really do like getting feedback from people and knowing that they fit in. Relationship-wise, they are very, very loyal. It's odd for a Leo to cheat. They would feel very, 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 very slighted, offended, violated, just insulted if you cheated on them. You don't cheat on the king of the jungle. They're very playful, they're very loving, they're stimulating. They like to have stimulating conversation. They like to, have many acquaintances and people they talk to. They like to feel like they, can go to the grocery store and know 5 people and, go to the car wash and know 5 more people. And, they want to feel like they've got a big circle and, that they're in the loop and they're in the know. They can be a bit arrogant, yet affectionate with their partners. They really don't have a ton of close friends. They don't let many people in. If you get let into a Leo's circle, it means you've passed the test, they trust you, and now they're going to protect you with all they got. As far as being a leader or a follower, I think you could probably guess that they're a leader in a relationship. They like to be the head. They like to be the breadwinner. They like to be the one that's in charge. They're not the passive, go with the flow type of a partner. They want to be the starring role. They want to be the one that is the head. And when it comes to career, it's no different. They like to be in creative careers. They like to take charge. They like to be the leader. They like to, be the supervisor. They like to be the one that is in control. They like to be the one giving orders, not taking them. And they like to be able to be the one that's making decisions for everybody else. They like to have someone come up to them and say, what should I do here? They like to teach. They like to be the one that's getting questions asked of them. They like to explain themselves because it speaks to the ego. Well, what do you think about this? Why do you think we should do it this way? Well, I think da-da-da-da-da. So they are very good performers, actors, singers. These people have literally gotten a hall pass in this life to be seen. That's their job in this life, is to feel okay with being seen. Your job in life is to not feel badly that you need attention to survive. And when I say that, I mean it. They need attention to not fall into a very deep depression and never want to come out of their house again. So they have literally gotten a hall pass to be okay and comfortable with the fact that, ego drives the bus for a lot of these people, and it's okay. Because that is not all bad. Ego gets a bad rap, but, it's not just about being seen. It's about being confident and comfortable in your skin. And that's the lesson to be learned and to be had there. Lastly, money. Leos are actually pretty good with money, and they have a decent amount of money karma. They budget. They, are ones that want to feel really good about, their bank accounts and the money that they've saved and that they have. But don't get me wrong, these people love to buy, name brand everything. I can't even say like shirts or pants or sunglasses, like everything. They love names. They love to look flashy and sexy and hot and, just have all the labels. It winds their crank and makes them feel good about themselves. However, they have no problem, searching for the best deal on Ray-Ban sunglasses and getting them for $80 while all you paid $350, because nobody knows that they got it for a steal. All they care about is that you're seeing they're wearing Ray-Bans. So they actually are really savvy when it comes to money. And, it is not crazy for a Leo to play lotto every now and then, because they actually are pretty lucky. And they have a lot of vitality because the sun rules Leo. And they're usually a pretty healthy sign. And they're a pretty lucky sign. So, Leo is all about fun and love and happiness and romance and beauty and entertainment, children, being in the spotlight, being good parents. Many Leos are good parents and love their children very, very dearly and have a lot of things that they want to instill in their children before they even have them. They already know what they want to teach them. So Leo is a really, really, really fun, lovely, beautiful sign for the middle of the summer. They're stubborn as hell. You're never going to tell them jack. They're going to tell you off every time, and it's going to piss you off, but you're going to still love them anyway because they're Leos. And that would conclude my video on Leo. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. I know I went on for a really long time, but there's just like a lot to talk about Leo, because they're just, I had to do like a big flashy video and stroke the Leo ego, because, Leo wouldn't do it any other way, right? It's gotta be perfect. Please tell me how I did. Tell me if my hair looked good, anyways, remember, you can always reach out to my Facebook page, facebook.com/dropsofjupiter astrology. Like and subscribe, guys. Write questions down below. If you want a reading, you can go to my Facebook page and message me. I would love to talk about you and enlighten you and give you a hall pass to love yourself, every little tiny detail, because you are exactly how you're supposed to be. You are not a mistake. So take care, guys, and I will see you next when we enter Virgo, the beautiful earth sign of Virgo. Such a lovely sign, analytical and lovely. So we will be back. I will be back. I'm like 5 people. Thanks for hanging out and watching the video. And remember, never, ever